Fuck. Yeah, well said, Mr. Beefel. I appreciate you always tuning into the streams, bro. Areed has just posted a very good comment. Your insecurity is based on self-doubts. Learn to love yourself, boys. You can sometimes only forgive your own person, not the others. How do you fill up the need of intimacy without a girl? It's tricky. And I think the advice that you can get based on that, how do you fulfill intimacy without women if you're straight, is it's all just like, it's all cope, as the Black Pillars would say. It's all fake stuff. Like, you are supposed to get a level of intimacy with women. I know that there's like this idea that, oh, you know, we're supposed to be fine alone and stuff. That's bullshit, bro. There's no such thing as being fine alone. Like, we aren't solo creatures. When you don't have an attachment to a woman who also has an attachment to you, when you're like, you've hit puberty and everything, it's like you feel fucked up with that. And the reason why is because that feeling is supposed to be good for you. That feeling's supposed to make you feel weird. That's the feeling inside of you, which is saying, yo, what the fuck's going on? You're not fulfilling your evolutionary purpose. Every man in your bloodline has done this. Why are you not doing it? The issue is that now you have modern day inventions which take that feeling and make you fulfill it through porn, through video games, through social media. Take that feeling, log off of the internet, and go get the intimacy in real life. Good man, Sprado, Raspado. What did I get of the Science of Wellbeing course? Everything. Honestly, it was the start of the self-improvement journey for me. Look at this fucking Jeffrey Shrax. We always get like one random ass guy who joins the stream, who watches the videos and everything, and they disagree with everything that I want. And it just makes me cringe, because it's like, it's just the need for attention and the feeling of importance. Hamza isn't a good self-improvement guru. Like, so why are you here, bro? Like, you've literally been in the stream for the past 15 minutes. Like, oh, go do something, bro. But you're here because you do actually like my stuff then, little bitch. Pussy. There's the attention you wanted, and now, you see what I mean? That personality that you've got, bro, is like, you've just been fucking pwned, and now, like, what's actually happening in a deeper level is that inside of yourself is like, it's fucking up. You're getting stressed. Cortisol's getting released inside of you. You're getting into the parasympathetic nervous system. You're not having a good time right now. You're starting to like, lift up your arms, bro. We can smell that shit, sweaty bastard. Don't be one of those little haters, bro. Like one of the guys who like stood at the corner of the party, like, oh, these guys are bad people because they part. Like, shut up, bro. Join in with the party, man. Talk about your feelings, bitch. Bro's trying to log off quick. Yeah, Thank you, boys. Oh, great question, Grand Marquis. What's the best way I can help my brother get onto self-improvement? He's a lot younger than me and I wish somebody helped him earlier. Do I need to lead by example? Absolutely. Bro, if you're fat, don't tell your brother about going to the gym. Like, my brother indirectly helped me with self-improvement because he first lost some weight, then he got into the gym. And it's like, if he's your younger brother, bro, he's going to be looking up to you. So you have to set the standard first. Whatever problem you're having, just know for a fact that he's having it too. That this is huge motivation for you to think right now, like, okay, I need to be doing my shit. I need to be hitting those workouts. I need to be improving my meditation, my relationship with my family, and I need to be like working on my studies and the business and everything. He's looking up to you. First, lead by example. Nobody wants your advice. Nobody like is going to respect you if you're talking about the gym and you're still fat. If you like talking about like relationships and mental health. If you still hate your parents. You're welcome, bro. Yeah, bro, Gar98, I've experienced that exact same thing many times. I'm with my girl and I'm on self-improvement and she supports it, but she isn't on it. Any idea on how to balance it? It's kind of give or take at the moment, but I feel some resentment towards her, even though it's my fault when I eat bad food that day or watch too much Netflix with her. Any advice? So I haven't had this with my current relationship, but I will fully tell you, bro, like, that's been the thing that's ruined every relationship previously. Like, that's really made me overthink about every time I've been with previous girls. And the basic advice that someone just gave you, Ragnar's just gave you, I just call this guy out this, Ragnar Lord of Broke 69 just gave you basic advice. The basic advice is, oh, you know, maybe she's not right for you, like, you know, change girls. And the thing is, you can, like, maybe she is incompatible, but it doesn't seem like, from what you've said, doesn't seem like it's so far. Look at this guy. This guy's still here, Shrex. He's pulling that card like, I get better bitches than you guys do. That's like the red pill YouTuber. Like, I used to sleep with supermodels. Like, okay, bro. Okay, granddad. Calm down, bro. I sleep with better... Relax, bro. See that weak ass fucking frame? There's a guy in the corner of the party like, oh, I sleep with better girls than these guys. Like, I bet none of these guys even lift. Like, relax, fam. But to answer the question of, was it Gar98? So you're dating a girl and it doesn't feel like it's good for your self-improvement, bro. So experience the same thing, so I can give you the shortcut answer of this. You may not need to sort of like wipe clean the relationship to start new with a girl who's like perfectly gonna fit into it. That's what I thought, and potentially it's what you'd have to do, but you might not need to go that extreme.
Thank you, Hamza, for everything. Love the videos. Keep it up. 1 mil soon.
Let's go, Dylan. Thank you, mate. So the way to do it is to almost subtly bring them into self-improvement, not in an advice way, not in a sort of pushing them way, but in an almost like a gifting way, where, for example, one of the things that I did, which I would heavily recommend, is you can go onto Amazon and search for 5-minute journal. It's like a journal made for like Jeffries and like normal people if they wanted to start journaling. It's like the structure's been made. You don't need to put in much thought. It's like, buy that for her. Write like a nice love letter inside of it on one of the pages. Give it to her as a gift and say like, oh, it'd be so cool if you started doing this every day, because I've been doing some of these practices and it's made me like so much more in love with you. It's made me feel so much more confident with that. And then obviously like same thing with the workouts and everything. So my girl's got a gym tracker on her literally just stuck up to her wall, and she's tracking 3 sessions per week. Now this is interesting, right? Yo Pierre has just said, Hamza, don't you think that's simp stuff? And this is the shit we've got to change, boys. You've got to understand that being nice is not being a simp. The amount of guys who think that what I've just said is like, you know, buy her a little gift to get her onto self-improvement. The amount of guys who wouldn't do that because it's not what alpha males would do. Bro, that's why you'd stay lonely for a while. Like, simping is doing that stuff for a woman who doesn't like you, who doesn't respect you, who doesn't even want you or anything. You can't exactly simp for your girlfriend in a real, if your girlfriend like respects you. So obviously there's some like fucked up relationships where the girl doesn't even like the guy, but if we're gonna give this guy like the benefit of the doubt here, it's not true, yo Pierre. It's being nice is not a bad thing. Like, being nice is a fantastic thing. That's, people will be more nice to you. You boys have to realize that with women, like, women love guys who are nice to them. They use nice guys. Like, there's a difference. There's a guy who's nice, and there's nice guy. There's a very, very, like, nice guy is in like a phrase, right? A keyword, nice guys. Nice guys are disgusting. We don't want to ever be like them. They're essentially very manipulative people who are acting in a certain way just to try and get some like stinky hole every now and then. It's a very like disgusting type of behavior that a lot of guys try and do. And to be honest, I've been there too. It's a very manipulative way, but it's also the way that guys who have no confidence, who have no game, who have no attractiveness, try and think like, oh, if I buy stuff for this girl, if I pretend like we're friends, maybe she'll give me a stamp on my nice guy card, and in 9 more stamps then I'll get to fuck. Like, no, bro. A girl who's attracted to you would love it if you were nice to her. Bro, like, you always use me as an example in your mind, right? Do you think a girl wouldn't like it if I was nice to him? They would fucking love it, bro. But do you know what I mean? It depends who's actually being nice to them. Now, if you're being nice, let's say it's a girl in your school, and just randomly you're being like, you know, weird, and you're being like really nice to her in a certain sense, you're buying her stuff, okay? That's you being weird, and you'll get used, or you'll get like just made to look like a fool. What's up, Sam? But if the girl already likes you, if you're like, you know, I was giving advice to this guy who's in a relationship with him, he should be nice to her, bro. That's the whole point of a relationship, is where you're both nice together and you grow together. What was this one? Bro, don't spam that much, man. Fuck you, Marsh. Have some respect, bro. Marsh is what, that Shrek's friend. They just stood in the corner like, what? I bet I've got a bigger body count than this guy. Like, relax, fam. I'll tell you, bro. Yeah, I am recording this, boys. I've got the one recorded. I've got like a couple of streams recorded if anyone's missed them, but I haven't uploaded them yet. Everyone's telling me like maybe I shouldn't upload it to my main channel because I'll kind of like mess up the algorithm or something. Maybe I should put it into a different channel. Dave Supreme, any advice going for college? Yeah, you go to college next week. Bro, enjoy it. Be mindful and check out one of my guides on university. It's for like the degenerate guide, but I think it'll probably still help you. Da, 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 da. Square Mile Coffee Roasters. Da, 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 da. That's weird. Some guy just donated, but it didn't put it. Oh, there you go.
Use this to buy some proper coffee beans, so you won't have to use sweetener anymore. Appreciate your work, Hamza. You've pushed me to start doing the work and level up. Peas, I recommend Square Mile Coffee Roasters.
That is just a subtle shout out. Everyone go check out Square Mile Coffee Roasters. Go rate them 1 star. I'm joking. Go rate them 1 star. Yeah, thank you, bro. I'm not like such a coffee type of like. I know there's some people take it seriously, but
I'm a high school junior who's done self-improvement for 6 months. Should I date?
You know, best case scenario is not dating when you're young, in a certain sense. But nah, that's not the best case. Actually, it's like this weird idea that I do feel that essentially delaying gratification, not getting into like serious relationships when you're young, when you haven't reached anywhere near your peak. The issue is that you're gonna like attract women who also are at your level, and your level right now should be ridiculously low to where it will be in a year and another year and another year. Does that make sense? But having said that, not dating if you could in high school or, you know, whenever you can, it also stunts your growth in a certain sense as well. Does that make sense? Because okay, think about this ideal reality which I talk about sometimes, and this fucking guy, bro, Shrax. Motherfucker's taking advice from a beta brown skin from Birmingham limo. This guy's, he's been here for literally like 40 minutes, just like leaving hate comments like, please notice me, guys. Like, no, I don't want to ban him, bro. I'm just wasting his time. He's just counting towards the viewers. This guy, mate. This beta from Birmingham, like. He truly is that guy in the corner of the fire. Like, that guy's not alpha. I'm alpha. Good night, bro. Biggest struggle in the mental health journey was at the start, when I didn't exactly know that it was mental health causing the problems that I was going through. And when I knew it, it was fine. And that's why I've always been suggesting to you boys is, if you're struggling with a few certain things, like you're struggling with self-improvement, you're messing up on your diet a lot, you're overeating quite a lot, just know that it's probably because of mental health. And most people, obviously it's kind of like biased because I end up speaking to people who kind of, you know, need to self-improve, but most people I've at least come across have mild depression or anxiety. And if you've got mild depression or anxiety, your productivity is crippled. Like, you are absolutely fucked if you don't improve that first. If you find yourself struggling, if you find yourself overthinking, if you find yourself really bad with girls, or you've had like a bad childhood, your parents have been like very aggressive towards you, you're struggling with your diet, with productivity, you just can't seem to do any work. You want to do work, you really want to do work, you really want to improve your diet, you really want to go to the gym, but you just find yourself not being able to. It's because of your mental health. You have to improve that first. It's like step 0. Can I summarize how to do the work? Yeah, so that's the recent book that I've been recommending on a bunch of videos, How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LePera. It's very much made for like women. It was recommended to me by some random girl as well, but it's really, really valuable. And so the summary is that the majority of people have experienced trauma in their childhood, usually because of how your parents have been. And your parents essentially gave you trauma, or your parents traumatized you because your parents are traumatized too, because their parents traumatized them. It just keeps going on and on and on and off, because most parents don't actually know good parenting skills. When you really think about it, most people essentially prepare to be parents when they find out that they're pregnant, and that's not enough, because that's like, oh, you know, we should set up the house and stuff, we should buy the nappies, and that's like, it's not enough, bro. To be like a good parent, you have to spend, like, you have to get therapy, you have to spend like years preparing your own mind, because you've got to think that however you behave is how your child will turn out. All this bullshit of like child-proofing the room, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, fix your trauma first. But most parents will not be able to do this, because you think about it, most parents don't even, like, yeah, Charman X has just said it, most parents don't have access to the info that we have. Like, it is your duty right now to think that you have access to very, very much ease your trauma, and if you don't, you will fuck your child's life. Just imagine this, however your parents treated you, you will treat your child exactly the same if you don't put in the work first. And everyone's got this like, oh, not me, I'll be different. Fuck you. No, you won't be different, bitch. You will traumatize your children exactly how your parents traumatized you, because your parents are traumatized exactly how their parents were traumatized. This is called intergenerational trauma, and most people have not put in the work to stop that line of trauma. So you put in the work, and if I had to summarize the work, honestly, most of it's just awareness. Most of it's just meditation. Like, the book goes into a lot of different stuff, but the main focus was literally just meditation. Meditation in a sense, and then awareness of the actual fact that you're currently acting out of your inner child. You're welcome, Crimson. Let's go, Josh. How long did it take meditation to improve your mental health? It's still doing it, but it was actually pretty fast. The only issue was that when I started meditating, I had to really start from the ground up and essentially do nothing. Do like seconds of meditation. And the big change for me was actually the environment. It was moving out of the apartment I was living at with my girlfriend and moving back here. But already by that time, I already had like a pretty good mental health improvements, and meditation is literally the starting factor for that. It absolutely is, like, it's step zero. Anything you want in life, anything, you say something random, completely random, step zero is good mental health, and the majority of your mental health will come from meditation. Like, that's step zero for anything you want, bro. You want pussy? Step zero is meditate. You want to have a good quality relationship with a woman who really loves you? Step zero is meditate. You want to make money? Step zero is meditate. You want to have good friends? Step zero is meditate. You want me to like reply to your message right now, like a completely random scenario, right? Everyone's commenting right now. You want yours comment to be the one that I reply to? Probably step zero is meditate. Like it's literally just step zero for everything you want in life. You want good studies, like good grades, meditate. That's a fantastic quote as well. What's up, Cress? Alelia music. You want to meditate? Step zero is to meditate. Let's go. Just this. Just us. Abreza. I just meditated today. Good man. I'm gonna have to read like everyone's like a message now who says that they've meditated. Yeah, thank you, Golden Breed. I think I could probably get partnered right now. I just haven't really done it. The real Rue. I'll read your message, bro. What's up, Vijay?
Cheers for promoting the idea for gratitude in everyday life. I've begun to treat the people I love a lot better. Much love.
Let's go, bro. Well, those are the two starting points for my self-improvement, is meditation and gratitude. Completely changed my life. And I know it's not exactly, if you're, you're starting new and you're thinking, wait, why does he keep talking about meditation? It's so weird. Like, just tell me how to get pussy or something. And gratitude as well seems like a little gay thing. It seems like something feminine. Bro, just know that I'm probably more masculine than you. And I do these 2 things every single day. And I plan to do them every single day for the rest of my life because they're making me more masculine. I really do have to like appeal to not so much the Jeffries because they're still trying to get better, but more so the guys who are self-improvement specifically so they can get more instant gratification. So they're trying to improve themselves just to get pussy. And you will kind of see that more on my videos, where my videos are almost going to look basic. It's going to look like I'm just kind of helping guys to get laid. And in the middle of it, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, but if you want to get laid, you've got to meditate. It's almost like I'm funneling in more people who aren't just part of my current niche, my current sort of what's the word, our audience. Because right now my audience is just based on guys who want to improve, but I also want to get guys who are just horny, which is a lot of guys, and they're probably the guys who need to improve their mental health the most. You've tried quitting porn, but you keep relaxing. How many guys feel the same way? You really want to quit porn, you really want to get onto NoFap, but you just end up jacking off again. It's one of the biggest problems for most young guys. So what you need to understand that the reason why you keep failing this goal, that you want to quit porn, you want to keep quit jacking off, the reason why you're failing is because your self-image hasn't changed. You are still a wanker. You're still a guy who masturbates. You're just currently a guy who's trying to stop masturbating. So you see all of these guys who are currently saying, oh, I'm on day 45, I'm on 25 days and stuff, yeah. Day 60, yeah, all these guys will fail too. These guys are wankers too. They just don't know it. They think they've got this like righteousness of like, oh, I'm on day whatever, bro. Because you're telling me you're on day X, you're gonna fail. And there's this one guy who's commented, Dave Supreme. There we go. That's a guy who's actually going to get somewhere far in this. Nah, man, I just don't fap. When I talk about no fap to people and they're like, oh, I'm on day 17, bro. You're stupid. What the fuck are you talking about day 17, bro? You don't jack off anymore. Saying that you're on day 17 means like, oh, there's a chance for you to jack off again. Like, and it's going to happen. You've set this goal like, okay, I'm now on no fap. I'm never going to fap again. Fuck you, dumbass. Of course you are. Bro, I'm on a higher, like, I don't know what day it is, but I'm on a higher day streak, right, than anyone you know. And I'm going to tell you, I will bet you all the money I have that I will eventually fap again. Of course I will. Maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe in a couple of months, maybe in a couple of years. Like, you've been jacking off for your entire life, and you're telling me, oh, I'm going to go on NoFap and I'm never going to jack off again. Shut the fuck up, bro, dumbass. To be honest, I don't really like the easy peasy method. I've only very briefly skimmed through it, but a lot of the guys who I've referred it to haven't really said it's helped them. Well, all you need to know is, first of all, stop like setting stupid rules. Because if me and you are, brainstorming to set some ideas and you're like, okay, one of my goals is to never jack off again, I'll slap you, bro. You're a dumbass. Never jack off. Shut the fuck up, bro. Never binge eat again. You're not that good, bro. You're not that like fucking good that you can just say, oh, I'm on no fap now. No, you're on less fap. You're just a guy who's like pretty much getting it all out of his life. There we go. Vijay really helped me drill this down as well. He's just commented on Blackman64. Blackman. Like, fapping just doesn't exist, bro. Like, porn doesn't exist. No 30-day challenge, bro. Fuck you. No 90-day reset, bro. Fuck you. The amount of times where I say this to guys, like, don't set a streak, but they're like, oh, but what about 90? Shut the fuck up, bro. 90-day challenge. One, you're not going to hit the challenge, okay? And two, what's the idea? You're going to hit the challenge and then you're going to jack off straight after that. What the fuck was the point, dumbass? You usually jack off hundreds of times per year, right? Well, this year, it's probably, let's aim for 100. Next year, let's aim for 30. The year after that, let's aim for 5. You're not good enough to say, oh, I'm not jacking off, bro. It took me like 5 years to get to the golden area, like the gold. Like none of the nofap YouTubers will say this to you, but the golden point of nofap is where just fapping and porn does not exist in your life. It took me many years to get to here, bro. Again, remember the fat guy analogy. What do you say to the fat guy who goes to the gym once and says, oh, I'm still fat?
Wanted to thank you for the motivation and advice over the past few months. Also, do you think it makes sense to seek a new friend group when you want to grow, since you're supposed to be the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with?
Yeah, that's a good idea, Dafto. Although you won't attract those new people, though. Because you're still going to attract the same type of guys. Like, I understand your idea is to attract new, higher quality people who've already maybe achieved the goal that you want to achieve. The issue is that those guys are probably not going to be very attracted to you in a friendship way, because you're still the same, relatively the same type of person as you are right now. The faster way in terms of improving yourself and making new friends is to make sure you're definitely improving your social skills at the same time as the priority. Honestly, social skills are more important than the majority of things that you're doing. Improve your social skills, then you can actually befriend the guy who's higher quality. Yeah, pull up. It happens to everyone, bro. Already done a video on that, pixelated, how to cut people off. It's one of the videos I've done on my channel, bro. I can always tell the guys who act like they're like such huge fans, and then they ask me for a question that I've already covered like a bunch of times. Motherfuckers. And they always spam it as well. Nah, it's all good, bro. I'm just taking the piss, man. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this tune's a banger in him. There's 40 seconds left of this song. Let's just have like a little meditation session, boys. Close your eyes. Don't be a little pussy and still be commenting and shit, boys. Close your eyes, just like listen to the music. Feel your breath. Well done, boys. Now we can all scroll up and see which one of us is a little bitch who didn't follow that instruction. The biggest bitch we've got is Xtros13. I got you, bro. What was that song? It's a very good song. Here, let me just give you the guys a playlist. Yeah. There's the playlist, and the song was Remove the Complexities by Peter Sandberg. I just added it to the bottom of the playlist that I've just linked to that. There you go. Bro, Adonis makes a playlist for his girlfriend. Check this as well. What are you fucking with, bro? Oh yeah, my gratitude one. Thank you, bro. Yeah, Colex. I've got one. I haven't recorded it yet, but I do have the good idea for one. I'm gonna talk about how I fix my jawline. Will come on soon. A brazier, thank you, man. Very good question, Ken Zakzi. How do you put your self-esteem to subconscious, deeper level? I struggle with it. Every single night for the rest of your life, you're gonna request something from your subconscious. Every single night, bro. Never go to sleep without profiting from your subconscious. See something that you want, see the image, the mental image, the point of success, the end result of your goal. So I could see myself in the classroom amongst all a new group of friends who really like me, and they're all being so open to me and we're all laughing. Or I could see myself with my dream body. Or I could refresh the YouTube analytics page and I'm just hit 500k. Or I'm surrounded by my family and we're all so happy and connected together. See that every single night, whatever it is your biggest goal, see it every single night. And you'll find a way. It's how our brain works. You see the end goal, you visualize it, and it's like your brain automatically finds you a way to reach there. You're welcome, bro. Pull up, bro. Never really fully got over it. It's still something that I'll look at, like my little floppy ear. But I just got more important things, bro. You're obsessing over it. It's like, you've got to remember, it's what I said before about insecurities. It's not the ear that's the issue. It's just overthinking. It's simply as simple. It's like literally as simple as that. It's just you're overthinking. You need to meditate more, and you need to journal more, and you need to just have something important to focus on. Whatever your insecurity is, it gets so much worse when you're just constantly just thinking about it. How does it feel to be a Chad? I'll let you know when I get there, bro. Hamza, step 0, improve your mental health, Ahmed. No, I've not read The Way of Men. The Way of the Superior Man is one that I've been reading. Fixing social weirdness. Honestly, do the same thing. Visualize the success. The issue is that you right now have this problem, right? Social weirdness. And so just before you get into a environment, you're gonna mess up because you keep thinking, oh, what if these guys think I'm socially weird and you know, I'm gonna be weird and everything, right? You're just visualizing that. And so imagine how you're gonna walk into this actual social situation. You're gonna have a closed body language. You're gonna almost be on the offense, maybe even the defense. You're probably not gonna be looking at people's eyes. You're probably not gonna feel as happy. You're probably gonna fake smile. Just visualize success in whatever you want, bro. Especially, I think it really, visualizations work really well in social settings with other people. You got social weirdness or you feel like socially awkward or whatever, well, visualize yourself just being 20% better than you normally are. Really see it in detail, see like the smaller stuff, and see everyone reacting to you in a really good, positive way. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes, Sean. So Sean feels confident and he acts it, but sometimes he'll see himself in videos where his body language looks closed and awkward. How can he fix this? Essentially, you've forgotten that was the current sort of venture, right? So in your mind, you've been thinking, okay, I'm going to be more confident, I'm going to have an open body language, and you're really following that. And you probably do have that for some time. And then eventually, halfway through a conversation, you end up going back to your normal baseline. And imagine the more that you put intention to this, more of the conversation would be with that good posture, but good body language and social skills. So imagine that you've put intention into this for a couple of months, and potentially a few minutes of the conversation that you're talking about had you in good body language, and maybe a couple of times in the conversation you reminded yourself, okay, let me look at the guy in the eyes and everything. Well, the more and more intention you put into this, just by asking this question, by reading more books, the Charisma Myth is a fantastic book for this as well, then the longer of that conversation and social setting that you'll be constantly reminded. You've got to almost like surround yourself and obsess over the one thing that you're really trying to improve. Always with something like that, always use the fat guy analogy. How long have you spent thinking about your body language and wanting to appear more confident? Probably a couple of weeks, couple of months maybe. How long have you spent not thinking about it? Your entire life? Let's say since you were like 5 years old. You're fighting an uphill battle, but the longer time you spend with this pursuit, the better. Yeah. Dave, really coming out with the good messages today, bro. You need a burning desire to improve on your social skills. It has to be one of the main things you have in your life right now. Like, there's very little things which are as important as your social skills are, and I would go as far to say that potentially, maybe I'll do some journaling to think about this, but potentially it's as important as your mental health is, because good social skills lead to relationships, which lead to your mental health anyway. Like, step zero in anything you want to do should be improve your mental health, improve your social skills first. What's my advice in balancing social life with self-improvement? That's going to be a video very soon. I think Sam's editing that one right now, and straight away I say that question's bullshit. There's no such thing as that. Like, the social life is self-improvement, bro. The time you spend with friends is the time you're improving. The time you spend with your family, you are improving. It's not like something to balance. That's bullshit, bro. That is the self-improvement right there. Because think about what self-improvement is. Think about what productivity is. It's essentially making progress on your goals, right? Well, you should have goals based on your social life. You should have goals based on your relationship. So when I spend time with friends, when I spend time with my girlfriend, when I spend time with my family, that's my self-improvement. I'm making progress. That's why I feel so happy and so content when I'm sat with my mum, or I'm with my girlfriend, or I'm going to meet some friends, because I'm literally progressing to my goals, and it's pretty much the most fun thing I'll do is just hang out with people. But I think potentially if you feel a bit weird about this, and you feel like potentially like it almost feels like a little bit of a waste of a time or a distraction away from your self-improvement, you have to very, very clearly declare and outline some goals based on that social life. Like, think about the goals that you wrote down right now. I'm willing to bet are just like fucking Jeffrey's goals. Like, I want to get X subscribers. I want to make X money. Fuck you, bitch. Your goal should be to spend more time with your mother, bro. You don't spend time with her, bro? I'll spend time with her then. I had a coaching client as well. One of my last one. I think he's literally my last one because I'm not really doing it anymore. And one of the videos I'm gonna make is essentially based on one of the learning lessons that I put him through, and the video is probably gonna titled "Your sister is not a waste of money." And he said he was like kind of annoyed at himself because he said, "Oh, I wasted money and time this yesterday." That his sister was feeling really down, and so he took her out to get food and he spent some time with her and everything. And this is like a guy who's really trying to be productive, and he just kept on saying that a few times. He said, like, "Oh, so I wasted like $30 and I wasted a couple of hours." I said, "Bro, how is that a waste? Like, that's fucking huge ROI. What the fuck? Like, we need to take some time right now to define like some new goals. Like, that is progress to your goals." And it really hit him because we had already spoke about like setting new like fulfilling goals instead of just the bullshit. Like he's immigrant as well, he's Mexican, so he had this, that was one of the things we were really focusing on, because he had this full on like mindset of, okay, work as many hours as possible, literally sleep 3 to 4 hours per night and just work as many hours as possible to make money. And I said to him, bro, like, you can't just have that one thing as your goal. What's the point of making money if everyone you love is dead? What's the point of making money if you're depressed? And he was like, oh yeah, fuck. Like, so I said, how about you're still gonna make money because you're a very like passionate, productive person, but let's at least keep our family alive. Let's keep them in our life. And he was like, completely agreed with it. Your sister's not a waste of money, bro. Like, the time you spend with friends and family, it's not going against your self-improvements. That is self-improvements. What's the secret to happiness? Gratitude. Happiness is a very random and weird word. Be grateful and you're already happy. Gratitude and excitement, actually. If like, happiness is a very, very... It's like a word that you don't really understand. Do you know what I mean? No one really understands what exactly it is. It's like a positive feeling that makes you smile. So how can we increase it? It's weird, right? Well, gratitude and excitement, that's happiness. Do things that excite you. Book things into your calendar. Aquarius, send me a number, please. Book things into your calendar and which are exciting. So go skydiving next week, or go meet some friends and go on a hike, or do something challenging, and be grateful for it. When I try to think of a goal, I can't think of any. Spend some time looking at a wall, bro. Turn your fucking screen off for once, bro. I've said this in a bunch of my videos. You're the type of guy who's trying to find his purpose, who's trying to find his goals whilst watching shit. Your brain's not that great, bro. Like, all of the how do you say that word, bro? Philosophers. Yeah, philosophers. All of the wise people, all of the thinkers of mankind. You think they were fucking watching a Twitch stream whilst thinking of their goals, bro? Don't be a dumbass. Close your screen off, bro. Nothing in front of you. I know it's hard for you young people to know. Nothing in front of you, bro. As my computer just crashed. Fuck. Yo, testing 1 2 1 2 testing. Everyone still see me? Yeah. That's weird. Bro, you're not gonna make progress defining your goals the way that you're doing. One of the worst thing I see you guys do, who are all quite young guys, is you're trying to figure out all these deep issues, like, okay, you're directionless, you don't know what to do with your life. you want to know your purpose. All these guys on YouTube are telling you to find your purpose and your goals, and you don't know what they are. You can't think of any. That's because you're trying to think whilst multitasking. Fuck you. You're not that great. Turn off the screen, bro. Sit there with a pen and piece of paper. Look at your wall. Like, that's some like $1 million advice. And if you haven't taken it, I know that you're a pussy. Look at your wall, not at the screen, not at your phone. Turn everything off. Pen and paper, look at your wall, and just let your brain think for once, bro. Like, we don't let our brains think, and that's why the majority of people are so unsatisfied with their lives, and they have to like constantly stimulate themselves, because it's like once you've waited so long to hear what your brain has to think, eventually all it's got is negative thoughts, and so it's too hard, and so now you're stuck in a cycle where you can't even fucking escape. Just look at your wall, bro. You want to know your goals, you want to know your purpose and everything, look at your wall, bro. Sit there. Like, I had to do this. It took me about 2 weeks to actually find what the fuck to do in my life like this. And best 2 weeks of my life, bro, in terms of like the investment put in. Good man, Dave. Step 0, improve your mental health. Step 1, look at your wall. Not past. Thoughts about people saying the time when they smoked weed was the best time of their life. So a lot of people, I've not really heard people say that about weed, but a lot of people say that about like the party and the hookup culture. And I certainly did as well for a long time. Not so much on YouTube or anything, but I was into like the drug culture, the parties, the hooking up, casual sex and everything. And then kind of stopped that, got fat, got anxious, and just kept on looking back thinking like, fuck, how was this? Like a year ago I used to fuck bitches and now I just feel, you know, so bad. That was the peak of my life and now I hate my life and everything. And the YouTuber First Man really just gets into this issue so perfectly, where it's like, bro, if that's the peak of your life, you're fucking sad, bro. Like, there's so much to life, and if the peak of your life is instant gratification, like, I know you're a degenerate. There's so much more to life. And a lot of people say that, but honestly, this guy says it a lot better than me, because he's done like a couple of full videos on it where he's replied to guys who say, oh, you know, the best of their life was just going out and drinking and stuff. And it's all really about just gratification. How much gratification have you instantly indulged in, and how much have you delayed for the sake of your future self? And most people, especially the people who say this bullshit of like, oh, you know, the parties was the best time of my life, and all like, especially in the UK, this is what you're gonna hear, but you'll hear this from like low quality, middle-aged people who are fat, who will tell you like, oh, you know, you're young, you're supposed to go and like be dumb, you're supposed to get like blackout drunk right now. How did I stop smoking? Environment only. Tried many different things, but the only thing I could do was just completely move out of the place I was living and move back into my family home. It's like a very grand gesture to stop. Chopix, let's go, man. I love that, bro. It actually could do God 98. I have a, how would you say, I'm prone to drug addiction. I definitely know that. I can get very addicted to stuff like very quickly. First it was video games, then it was instant gratification, now it's self-improvement. I'm in a better place mentally and I don't need the crutch, but it could stack up in terms of how attractive it is, where at first it'll be in a sense for self-improvement. Let's say I move out or something and I'm like, oh, you know, maybe I'll smoke to be more introspective and I'll journal, and maybe that potentially is productive, who knows, but and then I'll smoke again. Then my friend, I've got like a new friend who really, really wants to smoke, and we're doing it in a like nice way, but then eventually we go too deep and stuff, do you know what I mean? So I can see it happening. I've got the lack of ego to accept it. Do I have any accountability partners? Yeah, all of you. That's what's so powerful about putting everything that you're doing on YouTube. Everyone becomes your accountability partner. I can't get fat, boys. What the fuck? Do I still play video games? I have played 0 seconds of video games since May 2020. And I was like a fully like video gamer as well before then. But I've kept that like nice and clean. 0 seconds of video gamers. I have 0 seconds of video games and 0 seconds of movies and Netflix and shows, like TV shows and all this. Watched YouTube during that time, taking some drugs during that time as well. But
Hello, I'm 15 and 5'4" and I just got a gym membership. Would trying my hardest at the gym affect my height? I'm sick of being short.
Yeah, bro. A lot of guys say, like ask me this question, like, oh, is it gonna affect my height? Is it gonna make me short? No, bullshit, bro. It's gonna make you taller. What the fuck? Like, think about it. Most guys, when they're 15 years old, then they're kind of short, right? They've got some stupid ass diets. They definitely aren't maximizing the genetics, right? Let's say genetically you could have been to 6'1" if you had everything right in terms of your diet and your sleep and everything. Well, getting into the gym is going to be the best thing for your height then, because getting into the gym means you're going to start bulking. Hopefully you're not going to take some stupid advice from the fitness YouTubers. You're going to listen to someone quality who's telling you, okay, eat clean, bulk, eat more calories, eat protein, eat complex carbs, eat high fats. That's going to improve your testosterone. That's going to like fuel you up to be bigger. 100%. Don't believe that bullshit of like, oh, it stunts your height. How the fuck does it stunt your height, bro? It makes you bigger. It literally will make you taller. Yeah, that's a very common problem. I want to be able to talk to people, but I never know what to say. It shows me that you've got some shit social skills, bro, if that's what you're saying. But a lot of people say it, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but it's not based on what you have to say, bro. The reason why you're not doing well on social skills is because, on social situations, is because your social skill level is very low, and you probably haven't spent that much effort to try and improve it. This is why I say, bro, really take this advice, Edwin. Read some books on social skills, because that's such a basic problem that you'll overcome within like a week. But I'll give you the shortcut, even though it's not really going to help you because it's too basic right now. But wondering like, oh, what should I say is bullshit. Ask questions. They should be the one talking. You want to be liked by people. You want people to be interested in you. Be interested in them. Go to the new place, Log Dog. Ken Zaki, Jordan Peterson. Yeah, it's like his stuff's pretty good. I think a lot of it's been quite like a few times. I don't really watch his stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but like I've searched his name on YouTube, and yeah, I feel like it's been very like commercialized and mainstream, where a bunch of people just make like montages and motivation, and honestly that's more negative than it is positive. Like if you're sat at home watching these fucking 5 minutes, oh, this 5 minutes to change your life, Jordan Peterson's chat will change your life. Shut the fuck up, bro. Stupid ass
Thank you.
like,
Will the weight not harm my bones or joints or something?
Nah, bro. Only if you can hurt yourself in the gym, of course, but just don't be like stupid. You know what I mean? Literally just start with some like nice weight, slowly add some more weight every week, do like nice programs and everything. But it won't harm your joints or anything, mate. Do I take creatine? Yeah. When I remember, I'll take 5 grams. BJJ or MMA? The advice that I got is don't overthink the martial arts, especially if you don't know them, right? If you know them, then you don't need to ask this question. But if you're literally like a complete randomer, you don't know them. What's more important than the martial arts, the type of one that you're doing, what's more important is the club that you go to, specifically, like, you know, the place that you go to, the people who are there. Because put it this way, right? Let's say there's a mix of a couple of different martial arts. Let's say there's boxing, BJJ, MMA, and stuff, right? You go to one. You've had your eye on BJJ because it's what Joe Rogan talks about. But you go to one, and it's MMA, and you have fun, and everyone's really nice to you, and you get this sense of like brotherhood, and that's awesome. That's nice, isn't it? You'll probably go again. Let's say you go to another one, but it's BJJ, and it's like, oh yeah, I wanted to do BJJ because Joe Rogan said to, but then everyone's horrible to you. No one's really nice, like no one's really friendly. Like, are you still gonna go because it's BJJ? Or like, no, of course you're not. What's way more important is just like you go to the place that you actually enjoy, and I don't think you're gonna be thinking, oh, you know, what about MMA and stuff, bro? You're not training like that seriously right now. You're not trying to compete right now or anything. What's more important, way more important, is find the club that you like, that you could imagine yourself going to for many years. What's my opinion on porn? It's been so out of my life that I can't really give like a full opinion. It's just, it doesn't really exist. As Vijay Blackman64, he says this a lot, where it's like, once it's like out of your personality, once it's not a part of your self-image, it's like it just doesn't exist. Like porn doesn't even exist. It's not even like a thing. It only exists in the sense that I'll like think about it for you guys. But even then, you can see that there's a clear lack of like nofap and semen retention is different, but like nofap in porn videos, I think I've done like 1 or 2, just because it's not something that like I can even like feel right now, because I haven't experienced any of it for like many years. Like I can't remember the last time I actually went onto like Pornhub or something. Probably like a year and a half ago. What social skills improvement books, Edwin? Edwin, get The Charisma Myth and How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's like an absolute staple as well. How to Win Friends and Influence People will teach you like the absolute basic principles that you need to know. And The Charisma Myth is almost like a next level one. Do I use Instagram a lot? Nah, not really. I started using it a little bit more, and then I just recently like just deleted Instagram again. I just couldn't be bothered with it. Shrax is out of timeout. If you calm down now, bro. I'm gonna play nice now, yeah? Shrex. Firelord 1090. Ways do you recommend finding new like-minded people? Continue doing what you're doing and improve your social skills. And you'll pretty much automatically start to meet those people when you're doing that thing, especially if it's like outside. So go train outside, go on runs and start speaking on people there. You have to just get used to opening up your mouth to someone who's like not looking at you, someone who's got their earphones in. Yeah, gin season, yeah, absolutely. It's something I kind of like wish wasn't true, but like absolutely, like going through the casual sex scene, the girls, the party life, it does better your life in a certain sense, because to do that to a good level, you have to be like a good man, like, and it really does skyrocket your social skills, your ability to, like, that's where my obsession with social skills does come from, because I realized how important, even though all the black pillars will disagree with you, but how important personality is to actually having a good social life, to making friends, and with sleeping with girls and attracting girls. You need to have good social skills for that. Dave Supreme, block it in. So I'm probably going to make another journaling guide It's not. I've recently just changed up how I journal, so I didn't actually talk about it in today's video, but I actually journal a lot more now. And the way that I do it is I wake up and I do what's called a morning dump, where I will just grab my little notepad and I'll literally write like just volume, like shitty handwriting, don't give a fuck, nothing important, just write everything that's in my mind right now. Find that it takes me a couple of pages, just half an hour or something. After that, it's like everything's out of my mind. It's so powerful for that. And that's essentially the idea of this. Like, look at the wall. Looking at the wall is almost like an analogy for deep journaling. It's like, just turn everything off for once, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and just whatever comes to mind, just write everything down. I'll do that every morning, every night. That's not deep journaling. That's like just fountain pen. I might try that, bro. I got this like Hogwarts style journal. Where is it? This is the one I've been using for like some of the more important stuff. Like $20 on it on Amazon. So that I'll do a morning dump and evening dump, and then I will I've started doing like deep journal. I don't know exactly what I'd call this other thing which I've been doing, but I've got it here. This is one of the ways that I'll be changing the world, is releasing a journal like this. Yeah, it's like a lot more neater than I usually ever do. I won't show it to you guys just yet, but essentially it's my like self-improvement problem solving journal. So as I come across problems and areas of self-improvement that I'm going through, so if we flick to a random page, it'll be like probably about sleep. I write down the thoughts and the actions, and I write down like detailed stuff of like sleep. Like, this is how detailed it is. Like, this is just me. Like, so I'll get an idea of something I want to improve. I'll get the idea, so I'll write it down. I'll write down all the details about my thoughts about it, what I want to do to like find out how to improve it, the limiting belief I had and everything. Write it all down. And my aim is that this procrastination and everything, there'll be like, just essentially this is a book that will have a person who's going through self-improvement, who you can flick through which problem you're currently solving. So it's procrastination, and you're seeing like there's 100 different like thoughts and frameworks, and it's really hard to explain what exactly it is, but I feel like it would be quite helpful and quite valuable for someone else to read it. The journal, the notepad, it's on Amazon, literally like £6 or something. It was like Moleskine journal. It was just like one of the Amazon basic ones. Let's go, Swagglord. Fantastic question. Tage Sheldon. If I were to meet my 20-year-old self and I was going to help him out to reach the same level of success that I'm having today, but in half the time, what are the 3 tips that I would give him? Prioritize mental health. Tell him what he needs to know with that, which I've already said in this stream to you guys, which is like meditate, gratitude journal. Start reading every single day. Start journaling every single day. I'd give him like a couple of books to read, a couple of ideas on how to journal. But these 3 things set you up for everything else. He was already exercising, so I don't need to say that one, although that's probably what I would say to a lot of you guys. But improve your mental health, read and journal. You do those 3, you're already setting yourself way apart. The books I'd tell him, probably the first one, because it's been in my mind as well, but also because it's like, it would have helped him, is How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole DePera. One of the books the book I've been mostly mentioning recently. I would also tell him to read Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. I didn't actually mention that one in my life-changing books video, but that's a very life-changing book. It's based on visualization and stuff. Then I'd say read She's 20 years old. Read MJ DeMarco's book, Unscripted. So it's the new one that Leon's just said there. It's the new one to that. So the older one is The Millionaire Fastlane. The newer one is Unscripted by MJ DeMarco, and that's for entrepreneurship and for like really changing your mindset to not be a little 99%er broke motherfucker. Do I have plans of moving out? Nah, not right now. I really like my life here. I had plans to travel for a long time, so that's kind of like moving out in a certain sense. But that's gonna be that's something I've been thinking about, which is tricky because I've got a very like serious girlfriend now, and she can't like travel as well. She's studying physiotherapy. She's in university, so it's a bit tricky right now where I had plans to travel like long term, but I'm also deeply in love with a girl. What is The Way of the Superior Man about? It's like the Bible to masculinity. You should be reading it, but most guys probably wouldn't understand it, to be honest. You need like a good level of, what would you say, spirituality, philosophy, something like that, like wisdom. It's The Way of the Adonis. The red pill shut down. Is actually. Nah, it's not shut down. It's been quarantined for a while, bro, but it's not shut down. Nah, I don't watch any sports, bro. Colax, do I do introspective work every day? Almost every day. Light journaling. Oh, like almost every day I'll do either one. What sports am I into? I don't watch any sports. I've never watched any sports. It's like watching porn. Everyone's gonna start spazzing out because it's the male thing to watch. Fuck off, bro. It's for pussies, mate. It's like literally just watching porn. You're literally just watching another man get what you want. Playing sports, very, very much different. I'm always down to play any sports. Leon, the book was Unscripted, The Pursuit of Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Entrepreneurship. Where's the best spot for a date in Manchester? A couple of peng places in Deans. It depends what your budget is. Some nice places in Deansgate if you want to really impress her. Dress up, go to 21 Stories, maybe Ivy. They're all around that area, like Deansgate, Spinningfields. There's some nice places. Yeah, I always pay for the first date. Everyone's gonna start about, oh, what about, fuck about. I always pay for the first date. Well, I pay for like the first thing, right? So if, let's say I'm gonna go for cocktails with a girl. This is how it's always been, and to date, there has not been a single time where the girl hasn't actually like realistically tried to pay, and a lot of the times they actually do pay. So it's like, because it's not, you don't pay just once, right? So we're in some bar and we're gonna get 2 cocktails, which is like what, $20-$30. So I'll buy the first one. I always buy the first like thing. I almost always assume whatever date I'm going on, I'm gonna pay for it fully, even before I start making money. Which, yeah, it's not equality and stuff, but it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and think like, oh, but you know, equality, shut the fuck up, bro, just pay for it, man. And usually the girl would be like, oh, do you want me to pay for it? Like, and I'd be like, oh, no, it's good. I'm going to get this one. You can get the next one. And she's like, yeah, okay. And she starts looking through the menu and she orders me the next drink. And then I'll get the next one, next one, next one. That's how we do it. That's how it's pretty much, like, I can't even think to a girl who I can think to has been, like, stingy with it. Like, I don't really attract those type of girls. And then after that, if I'm starting to like date the girl, then it's always just taking it in turns. So I'll buy this one, she buys the next one. We don't do the whole like, oh, you still owe me £3.50 for the thing yesterday. Like, do I have clients who are older than me? Yeah, a lot of them are. Can you tell us the full story of when you waited for your date and talk? Yeah. So the girl I'm dating right now, the first time that I was going to meet her, we said we'd meet in the center of the town center, and like literally the center, right, where it's where like everyone's walking past. I get there kind of early and she's gonna get there late as well. It's the first, I remember I was actually starting to overthink because it's the first time a girl has ever been late for my dates. Every single time that I've went somewhere like for a date, the girl's always been earlier than me because I'm always usually late to that. Obviously with a lot of the times I would just get girls to come directly to my place, but I get there and I'm there for like a solid like 10, 15, 20 minutes just waiting for her, and she's like, oh, you know, I'm really sorry, I'm coming out right now. So I'm just kind of like just chilling. I was literally just walking around this fountain just kind of like chilling. I was like, oh yeah, may as well get some social skills XP. So this big group of youths, like youths are what we call not exactly gangsters, but like imagine little like teenagers who are like being loud and they're smoking and everything, and I just walk up straight to them. There was like 6, 7 or 8 of them, couple of little thotty girls, couple of little guys, and so I go up straight away and I'm like, oh, do you have any of this like this type of stuff, because my lips were really dry. So I said, do you have any of that? And they're like, oh no, sorry. And so yeah, chavs. That's what we'd call them. There's a group of chavs. They've always got like 3 girls with them. Fucking youths. And so I forgot what I said to them, but I started speaking. I was like, I looked to the guy. Yeah, this was it. I looked to the guys and I'd be like, yo boys, how long would you wait for this for a girl, like on a date? Let's say if she's late, how long would you wait before you leave? And one of the guys just like shouted out straight away, 45 minutes. I was like, God damn, bro, you don't have anything to do you? And the other guys were like saying like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And they were like, oh, like the girls started saying like, how long has it been so far? I said, it's been like 7 minutes. I'm about to leave right now. And they're like, no, give her like 5 more minutes. Give her 5 minutes. You can sit with us. So I ended up literally just like sitting down next to them and like showing them pictures of the girl that I was speaking to and everything. And we're like just chilling. And what was it? We said, when we see her, I'm not going to like walk straight up to her. I'm going to stay sat here. And one of the girls is going to shout out my girl's name. So we see my girl walking into the area, and one of these little Yuti chav girls just shouts out her name like, Mary. And she's looking, Mary looks at us and she's like, you could tell that she was getting weird about it. And she's kind of like awkwardly walks towards me. And, you know, I like stand up and hug her and say goodbye to the people there. And so later on when I spoke to her about that and asked her like, what did you think? She was like, oh, I thought that was so weird that you came to our date with like 10 of your friends. Always be increasing your social skills, boys. Every opportunity you can get. Do I have a business? Nah, bro. I work full 9 to 5. I work in McDonald's, bro. Have I been the victim of racism? Yeah, a fair amount. Do you hold her hand all the time whilst walking? Nah, we do like a little bit closer than that. I have like my arm around her like this, and then she like holds this hand like this, and she holds me around the waist as well. Like we literally walk like we're those dickhead couples that walk like in the way of everyone. We're like joined at the hip everywhere we go. I like that. Sweet boys, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna start getting ready for kickboxing. I appreciate you all watching in. Same time next week, boys. Alright, everyone get ready. Lick your lips, we're all gonna kiss. Let me moisten mine up. Get ready for our kiss, boys. Are we ready? Can we get a countdown? 3. Come on, boys. 3, 2, 1. Who used tongue? I know. what was that guy's name? Shrax. He's there like looking at his camera like, oh yes, this is what I've been waiting for. This motherfucker's still counting down. Sweet boys. Take care of yourselves.